In this video, we are going to explore what happens when fossil fuels such as coal, crude oil, and natural gas are burned, and in particular, we will focus on the harmful pollutants that can be produced during this process. As we have already learned, when pure hydrocarbons are burned in the presence of a plentiful supply of oxygen, they undergo what we call complete combustion, which releases a large amount of energy and produces only carbon dioxide gas and water vapor. As byproducts, this is considered the ideal outcome. However, in many real-world scenarios, there is not enough oxygen available for complete combustion to occur, and instead we get what is known as incomplete combustion. During incomplete combustion, the hydrocarbons do not fully react with oxygen, and as a result, they produce harmful byproducts, such as carbon monoxide gas and particulates, which are tiny solid particles of carbon, often referred to as soot. These byproducts can have serious consequences for both human health and the environment. Starting with particulates, there are two main concerns. First, if they are inhaled into the lungs, they can become trapped in the delicate tissues of the respiratory system, leading to irritation and potentially causing long-term respiratory illnesses or aggravating existing conditions like asthma. Second, particulates can rise into the atmosphere and contribute to the formation of dense dark clouds which reflect sunlight back into space, reducing the amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface. This phenomenon is known as global dimming, and it can affect weather patterns, climate, and agriculture in significant ways. Carbon monoxide is a particularly dangerous gas because it interferes with the body's ability to transport oxygen. It does this by entering the bloodstream through the lungs and binding to the hemoglobin in red blood cells in the exact place where oxygen molecules normally bind. Because carbon monoxide binds more strongly than oxygen, it reduces the blood's ability to carry oxygen around the body. This lack of oxygen delivery can lead to symptoms such as dizziness, headaches, and nausea, and in severe cases can cause a person to faint, fall into a coma, or even die from oxygen deprivation of the brain. To make matters worse, carbon monoxide has no color and no smell, making it almost impossible to detect without a special alarm. Pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are created in slightly different ways. Sometimes fossil fuels contain impurities such as sulfur atoms. When these fuels are burned, the sulfur atoms react with oxygen and become oxidized, forming sulfur dioxide gas. Similarly, nitrogen oxides are produced when the nitrogen and oxygen gases that are already present in the air react together. This reaction typically requires very high temperatures, which is why it often happens inside car engines and other internal combustion engines that operate at extreme heat levels. Both sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are dangerous for a couple of reasons. First, like particulates and carbon monoxide, they can cause serious harm to the lungs and airways if inhaled regularly or in large amounts, but more significantly, these gases can combine with water vapor in the atmosphere to form dilute solutions of sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acidic compounds then fall to the ground as acid rain, which has a wide range of damaging effects. Acid rain can corrode and weaken metal structures, damage historical buildings and monuments, particularly those made from limestone, and harm natural ecosystems. By altering the pH of soil and water, it can severely affect plant life by falling directly on the leaves or by making the soil too acidic for roots to absorb essential nutrients, which in turn stunts growth and reduces crop yields. Acid rain can also harm aquatic life by acidifying rivers and lakes, making them uninhabitable for many species of fish and other organisms. These environmental and health hazards are why it is so important to understand and control the pollutants released by burning fossil fuels. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. We hope this explanation has helped you understand more clearly how burning fossil fuels can lead to the formation of harmful pollutants and why it is essential to reduce their release into the atmosphere. If you found this useful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, or leaving a comment to let us know your thoughts. We will see you in the next
1.
Ask ChatGPT.